Welcome to the Sorcery Podcast, your sacred space to delve into spiritual tools, topics, and practices that will illuminate your path of soul remembering and healing. I'm your host, Ligia Costa, a soul guide, alchemist, soul writing coach, and the creator of the Trust Pathway. I'm deeply grateful to have you here with me. Together, we'll embark on a profound exploration of self-discovery and healing, unlocking the secrets that lie within. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Soul Story podcast. In today's episode, we are going to explore the concept of trust and understanding why it's such an important part of our lives. As I touched on a previous episode, trust is something that is very ingrained in me and is one of my personal values and my business values, and that's what I bring into my relationships, into my work, and all the interactions I have with other people. Because I believe that trust is one of the most important values one can have, and also one of the most powerful guidance that we can embody and have in our lives. Because trust is woven into the very fabric of our existence. From the moment we take our first breath, we start to trust in the world around us. As infants, we trust that our needs will be met. And as adults, we unconsciously trust in the ability of each heartbeat, of each breath, and even each step we take. We trust that when we leave our homes, they will be standing when we return. And we trust in our ability to learn and our ability to find a job when the time is right. And that our children will return safely home from school. Yet, as we grow, as we mature in life, we begin to associate trust with vulnerability. There is this deep fear within us of being hurt, of being damaged, of being betrayed. And that makes us very cautious in terms of opening our hearts to other people. And this perception of vulnerability often leads us to become very, very selective about who and what we trust. And the symptom per se of this is that we start to set expectations, and when or if these expectations aren't met, our trust is affected even further. It's like we are giving ourselves proof that yes, we shouldn't have trusted, because when we had that expectation, we kind of knew that it wouldn't be met anyway. And then we sabotage ourselves this way. And it's just another proof to ourselves that we can't trust our own judgment. Because if we did, we wouldn't be open to being vulnerable. And then this self-judgment and this anger towards ourselves and then towards other people. And even sometimes, even anger towards a higher power, God, the universe, is the result of we not trusting wholeheartedly. And the thing that we might not be aware is that it is our ego that's feeding all of these expectations and all of these experiences, which then reinforces the idea that trust is dangerous. And we become masters of self-betrayal. We doubt our own instincts and even our own emotions. We then lack clear boundaries. We put faith in everything that can go wrong because, again, we set very high expectations, which then are not achievable. And when it does, when those expectations are not achieved and we put faith in everything that can go wrong, we are left feeling very disoriented and disappointed. But worst of all, we come to believe that we can't trust ourselves and others. And we build this protective wall around our hearts that becomes a barrier to love, to joy, to peace, truth, and forgiveness, not allowing these emotions to enter our hearts. And we become bitter, we become resentful, we become cold, and we become alone and lonely. But the important thing to remember is that this resistance to being open to trust actually creates persistence. Because without trust, peace of mind remains an illusion. Because the very essence of trust is having faith in situations when certainty is not existent. And outcomes are beyond our control. Our faith and our belief in trust is tested exactly on those moments when we don't know what is going to happen, when we have no control and no certainty about anything, that we don't know how everything will pan out. And that's when we need to trust the most. That's when we need to trust ourselves, when we need to trust others, and we need to trust the process of life the most in the present moment. And even when trust is broken, even when we do feel we were betrayed or we were abandoned or we feel hurt that our trust was broken, even in those situations, we have the power to make choices. We have the power to heal and we have the power to grow. We might not have control, which we don't, about how other people handle the trust that we give them. But we do have control and we do have the power to choose if we are trusting again and how we heal from the broken trust and what lessons we can take that will make us grow. We have all that power, and we have all that power because trust starts within us. And true empowerment and true understanding of what trust really is begins with self-work, begins with we working on our self-healing and our inner work. When we open ourselves to healing, to forgiveness, and also to taking radical responsibility of what part we had in the situations, we start to deeply understand the meaning and the essence of trust. We all know that the world is constantly feeding us with messages that we can't trust our own choices, that all the news, all the marketing is all based on convincing us to be compulsive or believe in things that are not true. And then when we find out that we were wrong, we feel that we can't trust our own judgment. But it's our responsibility to counteract this by training our trust muscles from within, doing the healing work. Only then we can authentically trust ourselves, trust the divine, trust the process and the unfolding of our life's journey without feeling that we are being manipulated, that we are being controlled, that we are being influenced by the outside world. Before we wrap up, I will share the soul inquiry from the Trust Journaling deck, and the card that I pulled is from the Thrive suite and is, what is my divine purpose and reason for being? What is my divine purpose and reason for being? And the affirmation is, my path is unfolding before me. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of trust. I believe that trust is the foundation of human connection, and it all starts within you. And I also believe that trust is not just a choice, it is a responsibility that we owe ourselves. So embrace it, nurture it, witness how it transforms your life. Don't let those experiences or situations or the narrative of the ego close your heart to the possibility of trusting. Work on trusting yourself first, and then you can slowly open up into trusting a higher power and the process of life, and trusting others, trusting that everything is happening for you, for your highest good. If you are interested in getting your hands in a trust journaling deck, I have 2 decks available on my website. I will leave the link in the show notes. This will make a wonderful Christmas gift or birthday gift, either for yourself or for a loved one. It's the perfect tool to guide you to connect with your soul and to get the inspiration to explore what parts of you that need healing in order for you to grow on an emotion and spiritual level. I will see you on the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Sorcery Podcast and for holding space for this conversation. It is truly magical to be able to walk with you on this journey of soul healing and inner transformation. If you resonated with this episode and found it valuable, I would be grateful if you could leave a review on iTunes. Your feedback helps me reach more souls searching for guidance and healing. For more guidance and soul wisdom to support soul awakening women through the journey of alchemy, please visit my website www.ligiacosta.co.uk. Love and healing to all. See you on the next one.